Employees at Mount Rainier National Park also gathered today to remember Anderson. No word when a service is planned. Canine units often used in drug searches and seizures. Now a new Supreme Court ruling in Florida has police here paying attention. News 10's Caitlin Conrad has the story.
Is a hit from a drug dog enough to give police the right to search your home? That's what Florida's Supreme Court is trying to answer. Drug dogs are used here in the Valley all the time, but only if there's another reason to call them in.
Nervous, maybe there's a smell of marijuana, maybe when they run their license, it comes back with the fact that they're on probation for drugs, that they're in a high crime area, that they...
Lieutenant Brett Johnson works for Madge. He says dogs can be a non-destructive way to look for drugs. In Florida, police apply that logic to your car and your home. One house there raided after a passing dog smelled marijuana. In Oregon, things are handled differently.
We use the dogs deployed in that manner. Are you talking about the Florida ruling? We've never used our dogs for that. We use them for vehicles, we use them for consent searches, we use them for...
Still, some people say it's too easy for police to find a reason to investigate.
If they're not satisfied, that's the only thing that brings dogs out to you know.
Justin Jenkins holds a medical marijuana card, and he says when he was pulled over, he felt like a target.
He knew we had our cards. He's like, I see, I know you got your card. He looks at me, that was like right out of his mouth, like, I know you got your card.
But Lieutenant Johnson says Medford PD doesn't target card holders.
Officers aren't running checks on whether a person has a medical marijuana card on dog stops.
Lori Duckworth works at Cannabis Community. She says a dog is brought in only if you refuse a search.
Well, I believe the moment that they bring a canine dog out is when the driver of the car refuses to let them search.
Lieutenant Johnson says Medford police use dogs in legal searches to make sure that evidence seized will hold up in a court of law.
You're not going to stop every car and say, hey, can I run my dog through your car?
Covering your news in Medford, Caitlin Conrad, News 10.